Hello, my name's Simon Carney. My guest today is Sunita Rajan, the VP for BBC Advertising in Asia. Sunita, thanks for being with us. What role do you think editorial plays in marketing?
I think content is key, and most publishers and media owners have been saying this for a long while, and it is coming to fruition, and it is coming true, because increasingly brands and advertisers are looking for original content, looking for content that differentiates, and looking for their brands to associate with content that actually connects with consumers. And therefore, editorial, if you like, in this instance, I would deem as content.
How do you maintain editorial independence?
When it comes to BBC World News, obviously our proposition is being the international provider of global news. And so we treat editorial slightly differently. We don't make the news, but we certainly deliver the audiences who watch us and watch our premium quality delivery of news service, and therefore it makes it quite attractive. We do, however, have the capabilities and the skill set, having been in the business for over 80 years, of producing some superior quality journalism when it comes to documentaries, current affairs, and the longer form programming. We are the world's largest producer of factual content, and therefore we have a very attractive but a very rich repository of content. And that, if you like, becomes very important when advertisers are looking for good quality content that they haven't seen before, or certainly not available elsewhere.
What's the value of the BBC brand?
I guess you're talking about branded entertainment, or what we call advertiser-funded programming. This is programming which sits at the very core of our schedule, but which comes about because we have sponsors who pay for it. But that remains the very clear line of distinction. The advertiser or the brand buys the commercial association with a particular piece of content or a particular series of programming. But we obviously have to maintain a very hard line between that content and the advertiser association with it. By nature, we don't allow for product placement or in-program advertising. And I think the true value which we deliver is in the quality of that content, which is otherwise unseen. So it could be new to the region, could be original in terms of concept, and has, again, all the hallmark of quality that the BBC comes with.
What's the value proposition in marketing terms?
Our proposition is really seamless content, similar content, irrespective of the platform, and the audiences that we deliver of size and quality across each individual platform, and collectively can be quite a compelling proposition.
Can you charge a premium for that brand value, and does it generate a good return on investment for advertisers?
We do charge a premium. We charge a premium for two reasons. We charge a premium obviously for the content that we deliver, but we also charge a premium for the audiences and the advertising opportunity. We operate in a fairly uncluttered, very restricted advertising environment where the opportunity to see a brand message is very unique, and therefore the impact is quite high. So for example, online, we only have 2 ad units per page on bbc.com, where the editorial content is key and it's very much at the heart and center. So when an advertiser is buying the ad unit, they're either getting 50% or 100% share of voice.
What's the return on investment for advertisers by going with the BBC?
I think I'd like to answer that with an observation, which is more than 75% of advertisers return to the BBC for campaigns that they continue with us. And I think that's a testimony both to the environment. It's also an endorsement that campaigns work and advertisers get a return on their investment. We certainly operate on metrics which allow the advertiser to evaluate the journey that the consumer has taken from the brand building exercise they've done on bbc.com and where they go next.
What's the perceived value?
We've had advertising on bbc.com which is also run on other publisher sites. And for example, in the case of a financial advertiser, we saw that the users actually rated, and in the research sample, they came through talking about the financial ad having 28% higher perceived value for the ad they saw on bbc.com as compared to any of our other competitors. So I think it's very much about the environment, and it's very much about the brand rub-off, if you like, from that environment on a particular product or a particular advertising copy.
Do you pick and choose the brands that advertise on the BBC, and do you ever knock any back?
We don't turn away advertising, but we certainly don't do, or we restrict ourselves in any kind of direct response advertising. And that's one of the ways of maintaining quality.
How do your sales compare across different platforms?
bbc.com obviously is the international facing website of .co.uk, which most people are familiar with. We commercialized the opportunity only in '97. And when we launched, we called ourselves the world's biggest startup because we had the size of audiences and the quality of audiences that advertisers wanted. And that was easily endorsed, if you like, by brands that were ready to come on board and advertise with us.
I've heard that advertisers are queuing up to get behind news organisations with iPad apps. Is that true?
It is very popular. We do have quite a strong demand. And I think that's for two reasons. One is the content, which delivers the quality that the affluent business C-level audiences are looking for while they're on the move, provides a very captive environment and a unique opportunity for brands now looking to target these very elusive audiences. It provides a very attractive touch point, and we've had a number of brands who have booked with us.
What do you think the future of the television commercial is?
It's not dead, that's for certain. As I mentioned earlier, TV is not dead. It's a question of how you're consuming the content on which screen and probably simultaneously. The 30-second commercial will probably see many iterations in the future, probably shorter length commercials. We're already seeing that with a number of brands. We're seeing that particularly in the travel category with airlines who are introducing a shorter length commercial so that they're able to demonstrate a variety of their product and not just have one singular brand message. We're certainly seeing television commercials being made now for the web. And so one of the exciting developments and something that we're very keen on is to see a bigger play and a bigger share of digital budgets being spent on video on the web. That's for us where we believe the future lies.
Sunita, thanks very much.
Thank you.